Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Angie.
And we are both real food lovers.
You could say that it's a bit of a passion of ours, actually. So much so that quite recently we set up our own catering company.
We thrive on the pressure.
No, the excitement, John, the excitement.
Well, we get to meet some really nice, interesting people.
Yeah, we do. You never know what's going to happen or where.
Which allows us to use our imagination.
And as we said, indulge our passion.
Which is food.
We insist on the very best ingredient, which has to be fresh, tasty, and most of all, look superb.
For us, that means that our clients go away really, really happy.
Yeah, and every function goes off with a bang.
Okay, let's get cracking. Now, in a little while, I'm going to run through some recipes with you that we're going to be making for a function tomorrow using the ProChef Quattro. But before I do that, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how it works. Now, the ProChef Quattro has an ingenious gearing system in it, which means that for every time we turn the handle, the paddles or the blades below move 4 times, like this. Now, I'm going to make a very, very simple 3-egg omelette for you. I've got one on the stove at the back there cooking, and I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to make. We have the paddles here, as you can see. They go in like that. We're going to add our eggs to the bowl. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and of course, a teeny bit of milk, like so. Now, watch how simple this is. The lid goes on the Quattro like so. Snap it into place. 1, 2, 3, 4 turns is all it needs. And that mixture is now ready to go into a hot buttered pan. Okay, and this is nearly ready. So we're going to bring this over like so and show you the perfect omelette, which is still a bit hot. Watch that pan.
And here's that beautiful mature cheddar.
Gorgeous.
Which I'm just going to sprinkle really loads of it on there.
And we're just going to finish that off with a little sprig of parsley. And there we have our perfect omelette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another way of using the ProChef Quattro. Let's take our old friend the onion. Now, the onion can be used in a whole host of recipes like pastas, salads, whatever you want. Now, I can chop very, very quickly, but not as quickly as this. Let's just show you how it works. Inside, we've got 3 blades. Remembering what I said earlier about the fact that it moves 4 times as fast means we've got a 12-action chopping regime going on here. We're going to add our onions. This is the clever bit. Lock and load with the ProChef Quattro. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Simple. And there we have the perfect chopped onion in seconds. Okay, we're back, and we're going to show you now how to make our first recipe, which is a farmhouse country vegetable soup with cream and coriander. And for this, I'm going to use the blades. Now, the blades, as you can see, and as I mentioned to you before, there are 3 of them, which means that now, for every rotation, we're getting 12 chops to the vegetables. We're going to add our vegetables now, and as you can see, we've got some lovely ones here. We've got some carrots, some leeks, some onions, some swede, some potato, and some courgettes, and we're also going to add a nice bunch of coriander. So in we go with some carrots, a few leeks, a little onion, some courgettes, a little bit of swede, and we're also going to add a couple of bits of potato, not forgetting our coriander. So now we've got all those flavours going on in here. We're also going to add a little bit of salt, which is just going to help upgrade those vegetables. And we're going to then take our lid and put it on and lock it. Now this is the really good bit and the best bit of all. Watch how easy the ProChef Quattro dices and cuts those. We can either go slow or fast, doesn't matter. And that is exactly the consistency that we're looking for. I think one of the key factors of using the ProChef Quattro is that you're able to see inside, which gives you total control. You can either go fast or slow, and it means, how many times have we used a food processor or a blender and we've gone too far?
Too many.
Nightmare.
I'm ready to put this in there, John, actually.
Okay. Right, well, Angie's been softening those up on the stove over there, and they need to go on for about 35 to 40 minutes, just until they're nice and soft. We've got one here that we've already made. We haven't got time to wait that long, but this, the smells coming off this are absolutely divine. I have to say, if you were here, you'd be in heaven. Now, what we're going to do,
beautiful.
It does, doesn't it? What we're going to do is we're going to get a nice bowl like this. We're then going to serve up a good portion of this. Don't be stingy. We've got loads here, and this really is a meal in itself. And whoever's going to eat this, well, they're going to love it. So here we go. We're going to take our chilies and put those in. Add a little bit of fish sauce, not too much, just a little bit, because it is quite salty. Move that out of the way as well. We're going to add fresh ginger, beautiful, some garlic. All these are traditional Thai ingredients, and you can get all of these at your local supermarket. That's the lemongrass going in. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit of coconut cream or coconut milk, whichever you want to use. Okay, we're also going to need an egg. and that's going to pop into there as well, and that's just to bind the mixture together. Put that to one side. Okay, so we've got everything that we need in there now, apart from a little bit of seasoning, and the most important bit is the coriander. Excuse me, Ange, thank you, no problem. So we've got a little bit of coriander going in there as well. So we've got all those lovely ingredients in there. We're now going to add some fish. We've got some cod, and we've got some tuna, and we've got some beautiful, beautiful fresh crab there. Now all that's going to go in. The only thing that we need to add to this now is the zest of a lime and the juice of a lime, and for that I'm going to need some more attachments. This is my zester. Very, very simple, easy to do. And here comes the zesting. That's about enough on that. That's all we need. We're going to take this attachment off, and we're going to add our juicing attachment. Half a lime, squeeze it in like that. Get all the goodness out, beautiful. That's all we need there. And again, we're going to take that off and put that over by the sink. And then all we're going to do is we're going to combine this mixture together to make the crab cake mix, or the fish cake mix, should I say. And you can see there how that's binding together. That's what the sort of consistency that we need there. And that should be about right. So now we have our beautiful, beautiful Thai fish cake mix. And you can see all the colours running through there with the chilies. It really is beautiful, and the smell is, well, sensational. So, how to make the perfect fish cake. You take a good handful of the fish mixture and very gently just start to work this into a ball, and then you're almost going to slap it down onto your board. And then we're going to take this just like that, and we're going to pass this through the flour, through the egg, and through the breadcrumbs. That's to ensure that the egg sticks nicely to it. And we're just going to rock this backwards and forwards between the hands, so get rid of any excess flour. This is then going to go into the egg mixture. Coat it thoroughly because we want to ensure that the even spread of breadcrumbs over the cake. It's a little bit messy, but it's good fun. And then we're going to put this into the breadcrumb mix like this. Okay, and there we have our finished fish cake. Looks beautiful.
It does.
And I'm going to pop that into some hot oil. We've got some more cooking as well, and we've also got some in the oven keeping warm.
I've checked those, they look great.
Okay, so I'm going to go and pop this into the hot oil now. Almost there. I've just took these out of the fryer, so...
Okay.
Now those are the fish cakes we made earlier on. They're beautiful. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to sit this up on here, nice and high. And we're now going to add the finishing touch, and we're just going to spoon that
really
all around the
generously.
front. Yeah, always be generous. And if you're throwing a dinner party, let me tell you now, your guests will absolutely love this.
There you go.
Very chefy, very nice.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lovely.
And there you are.
What have we got next?
We have got a smoothie.
Well, if you're going to do that, then can I knock off early?
No, you can't. I'd like you to get me some ice.
There's
So,
your ice.
thank you very much.
Okay.
I think this is ready for the orange juice now, John.
Sorry, I was fascinated watching what you were doing. I've still got one more to do. Sorry. Yeah, it's good actually you've come back to me here, because although I've used this part of the juicer, we also have another part, which is a larger part juicer, which we can use for larger fruits like grapefruit and things like that. So we've always got nice juice in the morning. And the other good thing about this is, I'll just take that off and put that in the dishwasher because I don't need that. The thing that we have here is we have a nozzle protector or a spout protector, and that means that we can put this into the fridge with the lid on, and we've got fresh juice every morning.
Okay, thanks.
How's that?
This is a great way as well to get those fruit and veg into your kids.
Well, we're so lucky with our one. I mean, she loves all that sort of stuff anyway.
She does, doesn't she?
Looks lovely.
It does look beautiful.
You mentioned the fish cakes there. We used the zester there for that, and the limes, the colours, the chilies. That's something you're going to love making. Great for a dinner party. Your guests are going to love that. This is the safety guard that we used on the sliced onion earlier on when we were moving it across the blade like that, keeping you safe. That's most importantly. And another great attachment was the juicer. Don't you remember we used this for the orange juice in the smoothie? And I mentioned to you about the grapefruit, larger fruits with the bigger attachment. Well, I think we've covered all the bits and pieces of the ProChef Quattro. It's a great piece of equipment, and we couldn't live without our ProChef Quattro.
No, and we know that you won't be able to live without yours.
So listen, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon.